Good evening and welcome to King Arena for the CCIW broadcast of men's basketball between the Wheaton College Thunder and the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. My name's Andrew Picken alongside Caleb Springer. Sunrise Communications helping us out with this one. And Caleb, these two teams, IWU coming off a loss to Carthage, and then Wheaton able to beat Milliken by double digits.
Yeah, Wheaton coming off in a great opening CCIW win against Milliken. Aston Francis had his second incredible game, which has landed him on the D3 Hoops Team of the Week. So two Wheaton players have been on the Team of the Week already, the National Team of the Week. Ricky the first week and now Aston. Yeah, and IWU coming off of a tough opening, home opening loss to Carthage. They really struggled from the field that game, hitting just 43% of their shots and only 56% of their free throws. And they allowed a lot of points in the paint as well.
What would you see as some of the keys for the game for the Titans?
Yeah, for the Titans, they got to shoot the ball well. It's hard to win on the road, especially if you aren't shooting well from the field. And they only shot 28% in their loss from three against Carthage, so they have to shoot the ball well. And they also, just like, where is Francis? Like, you need to keep a body on him. Your whole defense needs to be focused on him. Whereas Francis, where is Samuelson, make someone else beat you.
What type of defense do you think IWU's going to try to throw at the two-man tandem of Ricky Samuelson and Aston Francis?
Yeah, well, IWU does not cause a lot of turnovers. They just play good, solid defense, kind of like Wisconsin Badger-esque, just pack the paint kind of defense. And so we'll just see who they end up putting on Francis, whether it's Rose or someone else.
All right, we're going to send it down to the court. We'll be right back here at the media desk after the introductions and the national anthem.
For tonight's CCIW contest between the Titans of Illinois Wesleyan and your Wheaton College Thunder. At this time, I'd ask everyone to please rise for playing of our national anthem. Here's the starting lineup for tonight's game. First was in Titan of Illinois University.
Number 3, a 6'2" junior from Berwyn, Illinois, Nick Coleman. A 6'6" senior from Bloomington, Illinois, number 5, Jalen Beasley. Number 11, a 6'4" junior from Lamont, Illinois, and Bennett Academy, Colin Bonnet. Number 13, a 6'3" senior from Bloomington, Illinois, Brady Rose. And a 6'9" sophomore from Peoria, Illinois, number 20, Alex O'Neill. The Titans are coached by Ron Rose. Here are the starting lineups for your Wheaton College Thunder. Number 1, a 6'1" junior from Tyler, Texas, Aston Francis. A 6'5" junior from Maitland, Florida, number 3, Kobe Eichelberger. From Flint, Texas, a 6'6" junior, number 5, Trevor Gunter. Number 22, a 6'3" senior from Northfield, Illinois, Ricky Samuelson. And a 6'4" junior from Medina, Ohio, number 34, Luke Peters. The Thunder is coached by Mike Schauer, assisted by John Panner and Shante Gibbs. The officials for tonight's game, Don Olson, Rick O'Neill, and Mike O'Neill.
We're back here at the media desk again. My name is Andrew Pickin alongside Caleb Springer. And Caleb, Ricky Samuelson not playing quite as well as he had been, obviously, to start off the season. I mean, he was shooting ridiculous amounts of percentage from three-point range.
Yeah, he's still second in the whole country in three-point percentage with 72% on the season. But the last couple of games, he's been a little more quiet. It's been more of the Aston Francis show. Let's see if Samuelson can get back on track here against Titans.
Eichelberger wins the tip. That's a familiar tale for this Thunder team. The way he's able to get up so high. This one down low to Francis quickly, out to Peters all alone. Into the lane, stopped by Bonnet. Now 15 on the shot clock. Peters into the lane around Bonnet. Gets the roll.
A pleasant sight for the Thunder. Luke Peters getting going early. Whenever you can get scoring outside of Francis and Samuelson, it's always good news.
Here's the ball with Rose. Into the lane is Bonnet. Beasley. Defense from the Thunder cutting off driving lanes to Beasley for 3. Eichelberger with a block. Now coming forward quickly is Samuelson. Kick out to Eichelberger, all open for 3. No good. Eventually rebounded by Beasley. Beasley more open this time. Back iron, rims all the way out to Bonnet. Down low to Beasley. Extra pass there, tipped away by Peters. Good help defense.
Yeah, good early defense from the Thunder here. Very disciplined effort so far.
Here's Francis. Driving in. Stop and pop 2 over Bonnet.
Continuing his hot hands the last 2 games. He's been averaging 34 points, 4 assists, and 7 rebounds.
That one down low. Going to the line, number 20, Alex O'Neill.
A nice little quick post-on-post screenplay as you see here. Gunter and Peters need to talk that through better. That was way too easy.
And look to me like there, O'Neill is a little bit behind the backboard, even didn't really have a good angle at it. And maybe if Gunter hadn't reached in, it would have been a tough finish for him with Peters right there. Quick substitution for the Titans, Miles Curry into the game. O'Neill goes 1 for 2. Ball with Gunter. Out to Francis. Shoots it from the volleyball line. In and out. This one over to Bonnet. Other side, Coleman. Doesn't get it to go, and that one tipped out of bounds. They're going to say it deflected off Aston Francis. I think it was a tough call, but I think that's what it was for me.
Yeah, Miles Curry active on the old boards early, the 6'6" sophomore out of Chicago. He's someone we talked about last year, someone who can be a big force in this conference.
There's a shot by Bonnet. That's the first 2-point field goal attempt of the game. They were 0 for 3, all from deep, the Titans, to start the game.
Yeah, Bonnet is 23rd in the country in assist to turnover ratio. Someone who takes great decisions with the ball.
Big time rebound by Eichelberger, and then down to Gunter, gets called for a charge, as you see here on the Realty Executives replay.
That's a good call. Bonnet firmly established himself and took one in the chest.
So here comes Rose. Back to Rose. Deep shot here. Again, no good. Titans starting out cold from deep. Peters forcing the issue out to Samuelson. Francis. Jay wide open underneath. And the slam.
Francis to Spencer has been a staple in the last couple of games. Beautiful pass by Francis to the wide open Spencer. Miscommunication by the Titans.
Curry looking for an option. Now Rose. Good defense from the Thunder there. An offensive foul called on O'Neal.
Yeah, good job. Here, as you can see on the corner, not a lot of contact there, but the Thunder will certainly take it.
So Bonnet taking a seat, as well as O'Neal. Into the game, number 24, Grant Wolf, out of Dietrich, Illinois. And a foul called here. It's on Illinois Wesleyan again, so the third foul of the game for IWU.
Illinois Wesleyan struggling from the field so far, 0 of 4 from 3. They make around 11 threes per game. So their shooting woes have continued so far from their Carthage loss.
Yeah, those 11.5 3-point field goals made per game, that's best in the conference. Jay again in. Doesn't quite get the slam, but got high enough for it.
Yeah, Jay Spencer had 19 and 10 last year against the Titans in their win here at King Arena. He's someone, if he's active like this, the Thunder would become that much more of a potent offensive team.
Bobbling it was Wolf, now into the lane. Curry with the back cut. Met at the summit by Spencer. What a start for him.
He's a matchup problem for the Titans as well, because the Titan bigs are not athletic enough to guard him on the perimeter.
Down low to Samuelson, too high. Jay able to recover. Samuelson, or rather Francis, and he gets tripped up. But they're going to say just out of bounds off him.
Yeah, good job. Help defense here. Jay Spencer meeting Curry at the rim. Good defensive effort.
4.5 minutes in. Thunder winning 8-3 over the Titans.
A key for the Thunder here. Titans run a lot of back screens, a lot of side screens. You really got to bump cutters well. Beasley with a nice cut and layup.
Good bucket from Beasley there. On the back go, we've seen that a couple times. Francis from way outside, again, in and out. Into the lane and a shot made by Wolf.
Yeah, the freshman looking confident on the court in only his second CCIW game.
Kobe into the lane, double pumps, can't finish. That's a tough shot for him.
A good help side D by Verdine, but Francis with a steal.
Francis steals into the lane and finishes with the left hand.
Francis is good for one or two what I call pick sixes. Steals leading to wide open layups. Good job there by Francis by being opportunistic.
He had to do a little bit of work there to finish that as well. Wolf. Rose. Got around Spencer but couldn't finish, and Spencer with the one-armed rebound, and then that one thrown away into the hands of Wolf.
Yeah, Francis was there early. Peters just waited too long.
There's Rose. We'll see if it was a 2 or a 3 here. Foul called on Francis, and it is going to be 3 shots. Rose behind the three-point line, rather.
Looked like a good call. Francis didn't like it, but I think he got him on the arm. And Rose, coming into this game, one of the leading scorers in the whole conference and for this Titans team. He's averaging 21 points per game. The coach's son really knows how to fill it up. Someone the Thunder really need to keep an eye on this game.
Back in the game is Nick Coleman. Checking in for Rose is Bonnet. Since he made it, they'll make that substitution. So Iwu able to even this one back up at 10. Spencer. Quam. Peters wants it in the post. Spins off his defender and finishes around Burdine.
Yeah, Knobloch. I don't think Knobloch can handle Peters in the post. Great recognition of Peters going there. That's one of the fortes of his offensive game is post play.
Knobloch for 3 hits.
Yeah, Knobloch shooting 51% from 3. He's a knockdown shooter. Wheaton can't leave him open like that.
Looking for the play down low to Samuelson instead. Up top to Peters. Spencer Peterson. The jump pass, that time too high.
Spencer Peterson has struggled a little bit early, trying to transition back to basketball after playing well for the Thunder on the football field this year.
And he has to have put on some weight over the offseason. That's something where if you're not working on your shot every day, it could throw it off a little bit. You might not get it back for a month. Bonnet gets around Francis. Again, unable to finish at the rim are the Titans. Quam finds Francis to Spencer again.
I swear 75% of Spencer's buckets are off of a Francis assist. Another good dish by Francis.
Down to O'Neal, good position on Peterson there. The seal to get the bucket.
Yeah, that was too easy. You need better post defense. More pressure on the perimeter, make those passes harder.
Francis. Passing back to Quam. We're going to get him for a travel there. I thought he kept his pivot foot down initially. Yeah, that's a good call. Sliding that left foot on the pump fake.
That's good defense by the Titans, covering Francis and the cutting Peterson. Out of those 3, Quam on the 3-point line is what you want for the Titans.
Deep shot from Rose. Gets a good shooter's roll from deep.
Yeah, Rose is someone who can really light you up. Thunder need to do a better job of keeping an eye on him.
So now Aston Francis out of the game. The Thunder going to try to figure out where the points are going to come from. Peterson puts up a 3, hits.
Peterson knocks down the 3. He was just 1 of 10 coming in this game from 3. A pleasant sight. See him knocking down 3s. Maybe that will bring O'Neal out on the perimeter, allowing more cutting lanes.
Here's Gregoire. Down low to O'Neal. Gregoire. Bonnet into the lane. Good hook. Floater over Ricky Samuelson. And Aston Francis not out for long. Went about straight back to the scorer's table. Eichelberger. Spencer Peterson. Eichelberger into the lane, and he gets fouled. Number 35, Danny Baker, with his first personal.
We talk about this every broadcast, but I see on the replay, this little hesitation and then explosive move to the right by Eichelberger is his patented move. Sometimes he gets called for travel for it, but it looks like the refs will not call that today, which is good.
Well, he's going into bodies more, too. He's going closer to the basket than he used to as an underclassman. Francis kicks out. Now Spencer, 8 on the shot clock. Samuelson into the lane. Fadeaway shot. No good. Going to call a foul here underneath. Must have been an Illinois Wesleyan player undercutting a Wheaton player. And they get Wolf for going under. It was either Peters or Aston. I really thought that Aston just kind of took it away from Luke on the rebound. Here's Francis. They're running that play for him there, but Rose, good defense to get there. Now Spencer. Eichelberger by his defender, had him on skates. Was Baker, but couldn't finish as the help defense was there. Gregoire into the lane. Back to him. They're going to get Francis for his second personal foul of the game 10 minutes in. That's
a huge play. Francis knows it too. We cannot afford to have Francis on the bench for any length of time. Let's see if the Thunder can provide enough offense with him off the court in the next, I don't know, he might not be able to come back this half. We'll see.
Coach Schauer contesting the call there. I think he might have a case there. It was a slight bump, but at the same time, both fouls on Aston Francis were on the three-point arc, and that's just something you can't have. So here's Wolf commanding the offense. Burdine. Now Rose. Peters with the assignment. Wolf puts up a three. Doesn't get that one to go. Bumped around. Peters coming down with it. They're going to get Wolf for a foul. I think that was the right call.
Yeah, it was a good call. Wolf now with his second personal. He'll probably have to come out of the game as well.
And yes, he is subbing in as number 4, Knobloch. Wolf having to take an earlier seat than he would like. So Peters now running point guard. Peters guarded by Rose. Kick out to Quam. Now Peters has low position. Kick all the way over to Jay Spencer for 3. Front iron and rebounded by Knobloch.
Wheaton now just 1 of 7 from the three-point arc.
Spencer got up. I don't think he got a piece of it, but was able to catch the rebound on the way down. Peters into the lane, blocked by Burdine. Now Rose running forward with numbers. Kick out for 3. Knobloch no good. Curry in the post, gets the hook to go.
Curry has just been too much for the Thunder on the offensive glass so far. The long 6'6" body has just had its way so far.
Yeah, Curry, you talk about a guy that skies for rebounds. That guy gets up, grabs the board, and then jumps just as high for his post shot. Back into the game is Coleman and Bonnet. Rose and Gregoire taking a break. Spencer Peterson and Gunter back in. Gunter with 2 personal fouls. Quick shot from Samuelson. Doesn't go. Forward to Knobloch. Good defense from Peters just to disrupt it enough, and Gunter with the rebound in traffic.
Yeah, as you said, good job by Peters. With just enough contact to affect the shot, but not enough to draw the foul.
And then the turnover by Peters. Knobloch in the way of the pass. Kicked out here to Coleman. Now Bonnet, and tipped away. Peters makes up for it. Quam going forward on Coleman. Knobloch there as well, had it tipped away, and then Peters going up. He's fouled by Coleman.
Kind of lucky there. Fortunate for Quam. that the ball was tipped and he was able to find Peters cutting the basket. Peters has really struggled from the line, just shooting 26.7% so far from the season.
Yeah, we saw him working on that right before the game began. That's exactly where you want to see a player like that as he hits the first one. Understands that's the aspect of the game that he needs to work on the most right now, and he's doing it.
Yeah, and he can make his free throw shots. He just struggled early on.
He's got a good jump shot. Hit a three-pointer in the last game as well. That one doesn't go for him. Coleman to Curry. Bonnet. Good jab step into the lane and a charge call. Zach Quam in the right place, right time.
That's just classic Zach Quam. That's why Coach Schauer raves about him so much. Great recognition to see the cutting Bonnets stand in there and take one. And I don't know if we've mentioned, but the Thunder now in the bonus for the rest of the half. Let's see if they can take advantage by attacking the basket and drawing some fouls.
Ball over to Samuelson. Quam has Peterson. Takes a jump shot. No good. Wasn't really set up toward the basket that time. Bonnet gets by Samuelson and finishes.
Bonnet has gotten to the basket at will so far. He has 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting. And it's all been, well, I guess there's been one left-handed drive, but he looks really comfortable driving to his right. Let's see if the Thunder can force him to his left a little bit more.
That's a mean jab step that he's got. Did it 2 times in a row on Samuelson. Able to get by both times. See how he adjusts. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Got to find a scorer now. Peters into the lane. And finishes with contact.
Great move by Peters. 7 points early to lead the Thunder.
Got a foul on the floor, or was it shooting? It's a foul on Gunter, his third. No doubt he's coming out of the game now. Not too much there on that replay screen.
Yeah, if you're the, Aston Francis back in the game. Coach Schauer trusting him. I was about to say, this is when the Titans needed to make a run with Francis on the bench. But Coach Schauer trusting Francis to not foul the rest of this half.
Both Eichelberger and Spencer there, but O'Neal able to get the tip. 26-20 Titans. Eichelberger to Francis. Gets by Coleman. And able to finish. Up and under with the English off the glass. Francis just 6 points on the game because of how long he had to sit. That one out of bounds. Going the Thunder way. So a rare turnover for the Titans.
Yeah, really rare. As I don't know if we mentioned this pregame, but they have one of the highest assist to turnover ratios in the whole country. Actually third with 1.93 assists per turnover. And they also have some of the fewest turnovers in general in the whole country as well. So as he said, a rare turnover.
Down low to Samuelson. Ball just tipped away. Spencer shoots it. No good. Rebounded by Beasley.
Yeah, it should have been a foul. Looks like Samuelson got hacked on his way up.
Yeah, it's tough to tell such a quick play, and he went up so quickly after catching the ball as well. There's the tip out of bounds by Francis. Good job just getting into the passing lane.
Yeah, after Samuelson really went off the first 3 or 4 games of the season, he's been really quiet. He's yet to score here tonight.
Gregoire. Rose on the back cut. And the finish.
That's just classic Titan offense. Screens of back cuts. They're always moving. They work really well as a unit.
Here's Eichelberger. Now Samuelson. Blocked away by O'Neal. And good pursuit by Rose. Rose again with the finish, this time reverse. That one high off the glass.
Yeah, Rose in double digits now. He is so active on the offensive end, back cutting, attacking off the dribble, hitting threes. He has done a good job. Him and Bonnet have just been really active for the Titans so far.
What do you think they need to do defensively on a guy like Rose who can finish all over the rim?
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to guard, but it needs to be a team effort. It's tough for one person to guard someone like Rose. Peters is a great defender, and he normally shuts down the opposing player's best scorer. But with someone that active, it's a team effort. You need to bump him whenever he comes off screens. You can't allow him to just run around free. He needs to be at all times bumped or affected in some way, because if you give him space and you give him the opportunity to just run wherever he wants to, he's going to find himself open and he will make shots.
This season, Wheaton Athletics is proud to partner with Realty Executives as the exclusive sponsor of replays on our broadcast. We're happy to welcome Eric Logan, Becky Vanderveen, and the Energized team to the Wheaton Athletics family and extend a special thank you to them for partnering with us to enhance our WTSN broadcasts. Just about to get back in action, 4:52 on the clock in this first half. This is a pretty crucial part of the game. I think Coach Schauer realizes that. You said making the substitution to put Francis back in.
Yeah, I think the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half are really important. Let's see if Wheaton can cut into this lead before halftime, or if the Titans will extend it to double figures.
Francis from that same deep part of the court that he's been in and out so often, again doesn't get it to go. Gregoire can't finish that one, but he's fouled.
Just great recognition from Coach Rhodes. See on the replay, knowing Francis has 2 fouls, they went right into Gregoire, and he was able to draw the foul on Kobe Eichelberger. Eichelberger just doesn't need to reach in there, just stay straight up and force the guard to finish a post move.
Yeah, I was worried that was on Francis right at the beginning, and he gets the 3rd foul in this first half. That is going to be a really tough situation for this Thunder team. Gregoire 2 for 2 from the line. So the Titan lead now at its highest to 10. It was the quick start by the Thunder, jumped out to that early lead. Then it's been all Titans since then. Spencer tries a 3, hits. That's what the Thunder needed. Cuts it to 7. Rose into the lane. Couldn't be secured by Francis. Now the kick out to Rose. Peters is down off the court, and he's not getting back up. Somebody needs to realize this, and referee does. Peters has been down for quite some time, with the Thunder coming the other way. Exactly when you stop a game. Depending on what this injury is, he has to be out for any time. This is a huge loss for the Thunder. Led the CCIW in assists per game last year, about 4.5.
Yeah, you hate to see anybody go down. Looks like they're going to get him up here. Hopefully Peters is all right. He's a key part of this Thunder team. The best on-ball defender. Great at distributing the ball. Just not putting a lot of weight on it. So we'll see if Peters can come back to this game or not.
Yeah, certainly a leg injury there of some kind. We'll just hope that he'll be okay. Now down 7, that timeout, that injury timeout rather, a regrouping time for each team. And Thunder starting with it near the Illinois Wesleyan bench.
See if the Thunder can get an easy bucket. It seems like all of their shots so far have been difficult. I commend the Titans for the good defense.
There's a 3. Jay Spencer back-to-back 3s.
Another great pass by Francis to Spencer. I feel like I'm just on repeat saying that Spencer has been the bright spot on this offensive effort for the Thunder.
Gregoire down low. got position and able to finish. And that's clearly a matchup that IWU's trying to work. Francis kicking it out. Samuelson for three, hits. 3-point party for the Thunder with 3 in a row.
Samuelson, if you give him any space, he'll knock it down. He's not someone who excels at getting his own shot, but if you find him open, I mean, he's second in the whole country in 3-point field goal percentage. And now the Thunder get the ball back. A little more energy here at King Arena.
Yeah, Wolf out of bounds right in front of Riken's Rowdy student section. Now just a 3-point lead for the Titans. A little full court man-to-man pressure here. In the end, Wolf just allowing the pass to come in and just going to pressure Quam on the way up. Francis with Bonnet. Gets around and kicks out to Quam, wide open. In and out. Wolf into the lane on Francis, and Francis, of course, with 2 fouls, having to back off. And every player, every possession is going right at him.
And it's a smart play. Francis is an integral part of this team.
Francis down low on Bonnet, pokes it out. Spencer undercut there, and they're going to get a foul, but I do think Francis might have gotten away with a travel there.
I'm glad Spencer is all right. Kind of got cut in the legs. You never want to see that.
So Francis coming out of the game with 2:08 left. Tyrell Derrick replacing him. Before this game, there was actually a JV basketball game between the Titans and the Thunder. Some of those players who don't see as much time in the varsity games getting a chance to prove their worth. Really close game, ended up being 69-64 the final in favor of the Titans. Spencer making the second. Still a 3-point lead for the Titans after those free throws. Bonnet, jab step. Kick out to Wolf. Spencer with the distraction. And now going the way of the Thunder. I thought Spencer might have tipped that one out, though.
Yeah, Spencer has been just a bright spot on both ends of the court, affecting shots with his length on the defensive end. He has 12 points and 3 rebounds. Good job by Jay Spencer. He's been a big part of the reason why Wheaton's only down 3.
Here's Derrick. Now 10 on the shot clock. That one tipped out of bounds by Bonnet.
Yeah, 8 seconds here. Let's see if Wheaton can set up a little quick set play, maybe to find Samuelson open.
Getting it down low to Samuelson. Now Bonnet guarding him. They get Bonnet for a blocking call. And he is down. That's a tough one to call. So quick, just like that. Right, as you said, 3 rebounds for Spencer and 12 points. Now Samuelson at the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, that was I could see that call going either way. I thought it was going to initially be a charge, but the refs deemed it a block. Samuelson goes to the line where he's been knocked down all year.
Yeah, it did look to me like Bonnet was ready for the contact of Samuelson and kind of took it knowing it was coming. Maybe that's what influenced the call a little bit. Ricky Samuelson with a rare missed free throw there on the second one. Shooting 96% from the free throw line this season. It's a shot for Gregoire, good.
Gregoire shooting 46% from 3. This Titan team across the board can knock down shots, especially the guards, if you leave them open. Just some miscommunication there left Gregoire wide open.
Derrick. over Spencer. Now 8 seconds on the shot clock, 41 on game clock. Quam to Spencer, shoots a three, doesn't go.
That's not the offensive possession the Thunder needed there. Now the Titans can hold it. There's about a 4 to 5 second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Well, they could have taken that shot a little bit sooner and then would have been able to have more of the last possession. Like you said, now they're only going to have about 5 seconds. Rose into the lane on Quam. That's the right call. Quam right there the whole way. Coach Rose irate with the call. You see Quam to the side, but then I think does recover, does get in front of it.
A great job of Quam not using his hands. The refs are really looking to whether you're going to have a hand check or not. Quam keeping his hands out.
Good substitution here, putting Francis back in the game for the last 8 seconds of offense. Here's the play run to him. He's coming to the wing. 3 seconds. Has a wide open shot. Doesn't get it to go. Rebounded by Coleman. And that's the end of the half. You see Francis upset with himself. That's about the best look he's gotten all game. Of course, off the dribble, but he's used to hitting shots like that. At halftime, the score 39-34 in favor of the Titans over the Thunder. We're going to take a break. Again, I'm Andrew Picken alongside Caleb Springer, listening to the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network, produced by Sunrise Communications.
We believe in one sovereign God, eternally existing in 3 persons, the everlasting Father, His only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, our Lord, and the Holy Spirit, the giver of life.
And we believe that God created the heavens and the earth out of nothing by His spoken word and for His own glory.
We believe that God has revealed Himself and His truth in the created order, in the Scriptures, and supremely in Jesus Christ.
We believe that the Scriptures of the Old and New Testaments are verbally inspired by God and inerrant in the original writing, so that they are fully trustworthy and of supreme and final authority in all they say.
We believe that Jesus Christ was conceived by the Holy Spirit, born of the Virgin Mary, was true God and true man, existing in one person and without sin.
We believe in the resurrection of the crucified body of our Lord, His ascension into heaven, and His present life there for us as Lord, High Priest, and Advocate.
We believe that God directly created Adam and Eve, the historical parents of the entire human race. And they were created in His own image, distinct from all other living creatures, and in a state of original righteousness.
We believe that our first parents sinned by rebelling against God's revealed will, and thereby incurred physical and spiritual death. And as a result, all human beings are born with a sinful nature that leads them to sin in word, thought, and deed.
We believe in the existence of Satan, sin, and evil powers, and that these have been defeated by God in the cross of Christ.
We believe that the Lord Jesus Christ died for our sins, according to the Scriptures, as a representative and substitutionary sacrifice, triumphing over all evil, and that all who believe in Him are justified by His shed blood and forgiven of all their sins.
We believe that all who receive the Lord Jesus Christ by faith are born again of the Holy Spirit, and thereby become children of God, and are enabled to offer spiritual worship acceptable to God.
We believe that the Holy Spirit indwells and gives life to believers, enables them to understand the Scriptures, empowers them for godly living, and equips them for service and witness.
We believe that the one holy universal church is the body of Christ and is composed of Christ's people.
The task of Christ's people in this world is to be God's redeemed people, embodying His love by worshiping God with confession, prayer, and praise, by proclaiming the gospel of God's redemptive love through our Lord Jesus Christ to the ends of the earth by word and deed, by caring for all God's creation, by actively seeking the good of everyone, especially the poor and the needy.
We believe in the blessed hope that Jesus Christ will soon return to this earth, personally, visibly, and unexpectedly, in power and great glory, to gather His elect, to raise the dead, to judge the nations, and to bring His kingdom to fulfillment.
We believe in the bodily resurrection of the just and the unjust, the everlasting punishment of the lost, and the everlasting blessedness of the saved.
The sun was shining as well as it could on the shadowy river, a good part of the shine being caught in the trees. Since about this time last year, painting the Fox River, starting up in West Dundee in the north, we're going to cover all the way down to Ottawa. I hope that it happens at least with one painting I make out of these 60 that, you know, when you look at it, it just leads you. It's heuristic. You know, it wants you to go. It wants you to encounter. I mean, I sometimes think of it as kind of homesickness, you know, where you feel like your identity is out there somewhere else. You're here, but you have this pull, you know, to be somewhere, and it's an ache. In Gilead, you know, John Ames at some point talks about this town, Gilead, and he says, you know, this town has been wearied a little and then wearied a little more, and yet he says hope is still there. And I mean, that is the thing. Hope isn't the accomplishment. This whole idea of, you know, when is hope important? It's important when it's dark, you know, when you can't see. That's when it manifests itself as a possibility. So these paintings aren't about a sort of glorious resolution, but I hope they are something that makes one feel a glimmer of hope for possibilities.
Hi, I'm Abby Yoder.
I grew up here in Wheaton, and I transferred to Wheaton College because I wanted to be in a place that would shape me as a learner and as a Christ follower. For me, one of the best parts of Wheaton was my time spent at Honey Rock, Wheaton's campus in the Northwoods of Wisconsin, where students can take classes, serve as camp counselors, and be developed as leaders. Honey Rock was a great place for me to grow in my faith, live out my sense for adventure, and form lifelong friendships. Whether it's Honey Rock or one of the many other ways to connect on campus, I'm excited to help you get a vision for life here at Wheaton.
Hi, I'm Nate Brown. College will be one of the most transformational experiences in your life. My education in the context of a Christian community helps shape the way I live and engage the world around me. I love that Wheaton relates Christian liberal arts to the needs of contemporary society. The classes are designed to combine faith and learning, giving you a biblical perspective that's accessible and applicable. Wheaton students are challenged to answer questions like, what does it mean to live as a Christian doctor, engineer, or business professional? Being in an environment with other students and faculty who are passionate about their faith and serious about their education will help you to know who you are in Christ and prepare you to go wherever He leads you. I look forward to helping you find your way to Wheaton. Talk to you soon.
Like when I close my eyes and don't even care if anyone sees me dancing. Like I can fly and I don't even think of touching the ground. Like a heartbeat skip, like an open page, like a one-way trip on an aeroplane. It's the way that I feel when I'm with you. Brand new. Like when I close my eyes and don't even care if anyone sees me dancing. Like I can fly and I don't even think of touching the ground. Like a heartbeat skip, like an open page, like a one-way trip on an aeroplane. It's the way that I feel when I'm with you. Brand new.
Good evening and welcome back to King Arena. My name is Andrew Picken alongside Caleb Springer, bringing you this Wheaton Thunder Sports Network broadcast produced by Sunrise Communications between the Wheaton College Thunder and the Illinois Wesleyan University Titans. At halftime, the score 39-34, and for the Wheaton side, offensively and defensively, it's been Jay Spencer.
Yeah, Jay Spencer had a great half, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks. He's affected both ends of the court, and he's rewarded by starting this half. Trevor Gunter has been plagued by foul trouble. He has 3 fouls, and Aston Francis has 2. There's somebody to keep an eye on. Aston Francis needs to be on the court for this Thunder team.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Illinois Wesleyan holding the Thunder to 4 of 14 shooting from 3. That's right at their CCIW second best three-point percentage defense of 29%. This Thunder, a really good three-point shooting team so far this season, but being held to 30%. Great defense from the Titans. That one lost by Rose, and Francis coming up with the steal. Now Francis pushing the issue and couldn't finish the layup around Bonnet.
Francis missing a bunny. You don't always see that.
Shot there from Coleman doesn't go. Francis with the leak out pulls up for 3. Doesn't get it to go. Samuelson skying for the board.
Good effort from Samuelson from the corner.
Off the side of the backboard, but right on the spot is Eichelberger.
What a strange start to this half. Missed layups, turnovers, hitting the side of the backboards.
Everything's all over the place. We talked about some of the statistical anomalies in this game. Beasley's with it, tipped away now by Samuelson. This one kicked out to Beasley. He'll shoot a deep 3. Hits.
Beasley struggled from the field, three-point line in the first half, but he can knock those down. He averages nearly a double-double, 8 points, 9 rebounds a game.
Ball to Francis. Into the lane. Maybe that'll get him started. Couple shots missed to start it off, but then gets that one to go.
That was just way too easy. You don't normally see a layup like that in the half court against the Titans.
Rose into the lane. Strong take on 2 defenders there, getting it to go over Kwong. This one kicked out to Eichelberger. Wide open for 3. Air ball for him, rebounded by Beasley, and then tipped out.
And that wasn't even close. Eichelberger shooting 25% for 3. He can knock those down, but he's struggled a little bit with his confidence from the three-point arc this season.
Right, and Samuelson right before that missing pretty badly. There's Kwong tripped up on the screen, taking it in as Rose for his 14th point of the game.
Yeah, Rose just doing whatever he wants to so far this game.
He's not getting anything easy, though. Everything at the rim, but he's got to find creative ways to finish, as Francis can't do so there. So a bit of a frustrating start to the half for Francis, 1 of 4 from the field.
A pleasant sign for the Thunder. Luke Peters back in the game. He had a little scare in the first half where he was helped off the court, but it looks like he's ready to go.
He's on Rose right away as well. The tough assignment. And there's illegal screen on O'Neal.
It's O'Neal's second foul. The sophomore out of Peoria, Illinois.
Yeah, there's a little bit of foul trouble on each side. Illinois Wesleyan Bonnet has 2, Wolf with 2, and then for the Thunder, Gunter, you mentioned, has 3, and Francis, star player, with 2. This one to Spencer. Gunter, top of the key. Now Francis. Passing all the way out to Spencer. Shoots a 3. Rolling around, doesn't go in. Rose stops, pulls up for 3, hits. Rose, the last 7 points for the Titans.
Yeah, a little 7-0 run from Rose. Titans have an 11-point lead. Wheaton looks a little flat coming out of the gates.
Samuelson shooting a 3-handed face, hits. And a timeout there from Coach Schauer. Very smart timeout. You need to figure out how to lock down Rose right now.
Yeah, Wheaton has just kind of looked stagnant offensively. I mean, everyone is below their averages, which is normal because your numbers are a little bit inflated when you're playing against lower level teams in non-conference. And now you're getting into the grind of conference season where teams are really good at just locking down defensively, and also like you have your scouting reports on teams so you know what people's strengths and weaknesses are. But Francis, who's been scoring in the upper 30s the last couple games, only with 8 points. Samuelson, who's averaging 20 to 21 points per game, only has 7. But Rose, on the other end, who's averaging 21 points a game, has 17. So the Titan Star has outshone the Wheaton Stars so far. The thing is, with Francis and Samuelson, it only takes 1 or 2 shots to go down for them to find the rhythm. We saw this in the Milliken game where it was pretty even most of the game until Francis just caught fire and just took the team, put the team on his back. He did the same thing against UChicago. So you can never rest if you're the Titans.
Well, the amazing thing about Aston Francis is when he's off, they're in and out shots from 25 feet. You know, in the first half, he was missing shots, but they were all in and out. There's a good screen by Burdine, and Wolf hits a 3.
Just a great play there to free the freshman for the 3.
Great play drawn up there by Coach Rose to get his freshman a shot. Ball to Samuelson from the free throw line. That one well off. Now Wolf. Back to Curry. Curry again, down low to Burdine. Kick out now to Rose, wide open for 3. Doesn't get it, rebounded by Francis. Now Peters, 1-on-2. Passes to Samuelson, blocked. Now Curry down, reaching down for his ankle. Seen multiple injuries in this game on each side. Good for the Thunder that Peters was able to come back. We'll hope the same for Curry of the Titans. As he's evaluated, we'll go over to Bloomington, 53-53. This game has been neck and neck the entire time. 5:38 left between the Thunder and Illinois Wesleyan. Women playing in Bloomington. North Park and Carthage. Carthage winning 49-38 with 14:26 left. And then between Milliken and Elmhurst, started in the second half 42-35. North Central Augustana men 44-36 in favor of the Vikings.
Yeah, I just feel like something needs to happen to light a fire into Wheaton. They look a little, just a step slow at home.
There's a steal from Francis. Gets by Knobloch, now Rose. One hop, and finish, and boy!
And maybe that's what they needed. Incredible jump stop across the lane by Francis for the and one.
Jumps from the elbow to the semicircle to finish it with the left hand. That's a special play. There's not a lot of players at this level that can do that. Finishes the three-point play. Titans winning by 8. Ball with Baker, now down low to Bonnet. Kicking out to Wolf. Into the lane, Spencer with the block. And unfortunate that a foul called there. The Thunder had the advantage on the other end. Well, that's 3 quick fouls against Illinois Wesleyan, and Bonnet now with his 3rd personal.
Yeah, that was a big call. Bonnet's a big part of this team. Now he's to take a seat.
So Bonnet exiting the game, Gregoire in for him. Now Zach Quam bringing the ball up. Francis kicking out to Quam. Drives in, tried to pass it to Gunter, and then off the knee of Baker. A little too soft of a pass from Quam.
13 seconds here. It's a big possession.
And that one off of Illinois Wesleyan. Now 11 seconds left on the shot clock because that one was touched. You can see Peters there working out on the bike, trying to keep himself warm in case he needs to come back in. Francis, impossible shot, hits.
We were just talking about this. He is just a kind of a ticking time bomb. Especially when it gets into crunch time, he likes to take games over.
It's like he decides when it's going to happen. As there's a shot from Knobloch that doesn't go down. Gregoire out to Knobloch again for three, confidence, but no good. And they're going to get a foul here on Jay Spencer. Jay on the floor, but called for the personal.
Yeah, that was a good call. Spencer pulled the Titans player down. Thunder fortunate. Knobloch's a great three-point shooter. Yeah, I mean, if anything, it was a no call or a foul on Spencer. That's just where a little bit of added weight from the Titans down low helps out a lot.
Bonnet trying to go glass, couldn't do it, and then going in for the rebound. Bonnet flying into Spencer, but Spencer just standing his ground. We'll see here on the replay. O'Neal not making. And you see Spencer wrap him up, but if anything, it was to try to help him.
Yeah, Wheaton's looking small out here on the court right now. The Titans.
Are you guys able to announce? Are you guys able to announce to the crowd because there's a car blocking the end that's parked illegally?
No, that's on the other side. It's on the other side. O'Neal going for the swat, blocked by Spencer, but O'Neal has the last word.
An unfortunate bounce going right back to O'Neal, but good job of Spencer beating O'Neal at the rim.
Spencer wants it back and gets it. Now Francis coming around on screens. Had Francis open momentarily. Kick out to Spencer. Now driving on O'Neal. Francis for three. Hits!
Francis catching fire. 2 threes this half. He's up to 17.
He's a guy that can pour it in bunches. Same with the man with the ball now, Rose. 50-56 lead for the Titans. Rose, down low. Blocked again by Spencer. Can't get the rebound though. O'Neal has it. Blocked again, actually a foul on Spencer. He is irate that after his blocks, he or no one else can get the board.
Yeah, Spencer with a lot of blocks this game. I think he's up to 4 blocks, but just Wheaton unable to secure the ball down low. The last couple of possessions have really kept the Titans in the lead.
Third personal on Spencer, has to take a seat. Peterson into the game. 12:55 left. First free throw missed by Baker, helpful for the Thunder. And Baker short this time. Rebounded by Eichelberger. Good to have him back in the game with his rebounding ability. Deep shot from Francis, hits! From where?
There goes that man. I mean, we were saying it early on in this half. He's a microwave. He can score from anywhere, and once he starts to make a couple, it's over. But the Thunder still unable to stop the Titans on defense, and that was deep. That was by the WH of the Wheaton near the coaches.
Why am I still surprised? Been watching this man for 2 years. I still can't believe he hits that. Rose blocked by Peters. That's 3 blocks in the last 2 possessions for the Titans. O'Neal down low and 1. Just not a smart play from Spencer Peterson there.
Yeah, it's kind of an unfortunate play, I think. He was just trying to steal the pass and his arm got stuck in there. But yeah, the Thunder just have gotten so many blocks the last couple possessions, but they've always gone right back to the Titans and they've been able to capitalize.
Good board there from Peterson. Francis fell down, called timeout. Smart call there.
Oh.
Whoa. Interesting altercation here. Technical foul on Beasley.
Yeah,
and man, things just got interesting in here. Coach Rose, again, extremely upset with the referee's decision. I believe it was only a technical foul on the Titans.
That's what I think I saw too. And they got to be careful because some people off the bench came onto the court. If you follow college basketball, you saw a Minnesota-Alabama game earlier this season where the entire bench for Alabama got ejected for coming on the court. Yeah, I don't really know what went down there that got Rose so mad. Maybe Francis said something, but
that's the only thing I can think of. Because Francis is on the ground, calls timeout. So technical foul there on the bench.
Yeah, you just have to be really careful in those situations that you don't leave the bench, because it's actually immediate ejection if you leave the bench.
Yeah, there was a game earlier, a week or two ago, where the team ended up with 3 players on the court at the very end because almost the entire bench emptied. So it'll be interesting to see what the referees do, because the NCAA really is cracking down on that. Players that enter the court of play while it's happening, but also a timeout was called. So is it really the court of play if a timeout is called?
Yeah, I don't...
Because in the other case, it was a foul and then the altercation, which of course players can't go onto the court in that game. But as far as this one goes, there was a timeout, and you see players run onto the court, give high fives all the time during a timeout.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Coach Schauer is very upset. The refs are getting this sorted out. A lot of talk through.
No foul on Aston Francis. So that's a decision. Technical foul on the Wesleyan bench. We saw a couple tees go off for the referee, and it ended up only being on the Titans. So Francis at the line. He makes the first of 2. This could really be a turning point in the game. 12-10 left. Francis with a chance to cut it to 1 possession. And he does. There must have been multiple technicals. I must have missed one. One on the bench and another somewhere else, because Francis is still at the line.
Yeah, what a turn of events here. Thunder were down, I believe, 11 at one point this half. Now they're only down 1 after 4 straight free throws from Francis. I mean, if you give a hot shooter just 4 in a row, he's going to make them. Just crazy scenario going down here in King Arena. But now here we are, just a 1-point deficit for the Thunder.
Trying to look through the stats here at the personal fouls, trying to figure out who got the technical foul. I believe Rose already had one, and that's what it still shows. Maybe was on O'Neal. I'm trying to think of other players who are in the area.
I wish we were big time, because then ESPN, the refs
walk over and talk to us,
explain to the broadcaster what's going on, but they don't do that for us. So I apologize. We're trying to help you guys figure out what's going on, but we're not getting any explanations. Oh, I think the issue is you can't sub after technical. I don't know.
Yeah,
but what I do know is the Thunder's down 1 with the ball right now.
That's all you need to know at this point, especially if you're just joining us. Now Francis running off this screen, shoots a deep 3. Doesn't get it, but Eichelberger with the board. Energy charged into this arena now. Thunder up by 1.
Yeah, the first time the Thunder have led in a long time.
Rose looking to get his name back into the scores book. Beasley with the 3. No good. Tipped out by O'Neal. Rose saving it, didn't have to because it was tipped. Rose into the lane, and they're going to get Peters for a foul. Rose is going to have to be careful, though, as he raised his arms here. If he hits Peters anywhere in the face, that could be an issue. And actually, he didn't raise his arms. It was just a bump into the side of him, so I didn't see it right the first time. Down low, Gregoire wide open, and Francis jumping into him.
That's just an unfortunate play on so many levels. You just can't allow that easy of an inbounds play. Peters needs to do a better job guarding the inbounder of protecting the basket, and Francis just losing his man. Also, they got an and 1, and Francis got his 3rd foul. So that was a very significant play.
Yeah, that's inexcusable from Francis. Once he was that far behind, just let him go. I know Francis has crazy athleticism and can make blocks, but it's just going to be so tough to time that play. And Gregoire doing everything right. Give him credit to stop, knowing Francis was on his back. And once he stops, Francis has no chance to time that block. Missing both is Gregoire. Tipped away by Eichelberger. Rose out to Gregoire. No good. Beasley with the follow. And it's an offensive rebounding foul call.
Iowa with 15 offensive rebounds. They've just been pushing the Thunder around on that end of the court, but the refs call a foul there. If the Thunder want to hang on to this game, well, actually win this game, they're down 1 now. They're going to need to have a team defensive rebounding effort.
Quam into the lane, and he's fouled by Rose. So Rose gets his 2nd personal, and a throw-in for the Thunder. That's a 6th team foul as well. Illinois Wesleyan already in the single bonus. Peters. Play run there for Samuelson. He's got a short 2. Got it.
Nice double screen on the baseline. Bonnet took a bad angle there, freeing Samuelson for the bucket.
Great positioning by Samuelson as well. O'Neal with the double clutch. And another follow. O'Neal has been all around the rim on second chance.
Yeah, O'Neal with 11 and 7 now.
And a quiet 11 and 7. I mean, we've seen him around the rim, but I didn't know it was 11. Samuelson. Gunter. O'Neal. And O'Neal making contact there with Quam. So now Quam goes to the line to shoot the single bonus.
And that's the 4th on O'Neal. Significant play. Good players on both sides of the court in foul trouble.
Aston Francis back into the game for Coach Schauer. Coach Schauer showing his trust in that player. Quam missing the first, but he ran in too soon. This season, Wheaton Athletics is proud to partner with Realty Executives as the exclusive sponsor of replays on our broadcast. We're happy to welcome Eric Logan, Becky Vanderveen, and the Energized team to the Wheaton Athletics family and extend a special thank you to them for partnering with us to enhance our WTSN broadcasts. Burdine into the game for the Titans. Bonnet finds Beasley, met by Spencer, and a foul. 4th personal of the game for Jay. I think there he's just a victim of circumstance. It's either going to be an incredible play or a foul. I guess they're getting them for the hand down low there. Beasley making the first free throw, extending the IWU lead to 2. So again, Jay having a good game, but also having to take a seat as Beasley makes the second. That one tipped out of bounds by Francis. Not the best pass there from Quam, a little too low. Burdine might have gotten away with a walk there. Bonnet into the lane, spins right, kick out to Gregoire. Pass to Bonnet. He's driving up with the left hand, no good. Rebounded by Eichelberger. Now Francis coming forward on Rose. Over to Samuelson, corner to Eichelberger. Drives in on Burdine and can't finish, and a foul from behind on Eichelberger.
Just hate to see a foul so far from the basket. Unfortunate play. Eichelberger picking up his third after missing the bunny.
Not sure there was too much there. Must have been Eichelberger's foot where Burdine landed, because up top Eichelberger made a swipe, but I didn't think he made much contact. Either way, Burdine at the line shooting 1-1. Kobe joins the club of players with 3 personal fouls for the Thunder. Aston Francis with 3, Gunter with 3, Spencer on the bench with 4. Burdine makes the first, and Luke Peters checking back into the game for Samuelson. Illinois Wesleyan 4 fouls on O'Neal, 3 on Bonnet and 3 on Baker. Burdine 2 for 2.
See if the Thunder can get a good shot here. All the attention's on Francis. Let's see if they can use that to their advantage. Maybe slip a screen or something and find someone for a layup.
Down low to Francis and can't handle it. Another turnover there from Quam. Gunter with the steal. Into the corner to Eichelberger, driving and turned over by him. Bonnet has it, foul on Quam. Boy, the last minute or two of Thunder basketball has been pretty sloppy.
Yeah, after retaking the lead and a lot of momentum, the Thunder have lost. There was some sloppy play the last couple minutes. A lot of turnovers lately.
Bonnet misses the first. The Wheaton women playing Illinois Wesleyan in Bloomington, 73-70. That score was 7:54 left. Carthage winning soundly over North Park now, 74-47 after a close halftime score. 68-65 between Elmhurst and Milliken. Elmhurst with the advantage. Timeout IWU. North Central playing Augustana. 8:25 left in that one. 62-56 Augie. So close game there for the number 4 team in the nation playing against the Cardinals.
I think if you're the Thunder, you just need to slow down right now in offense. It seems everything is panicked or rushed. You know, you're down 6. There's plenty of time. There's a lot of game left. You just need to work to get a good shot. Illinois Wesleyan, they're not going to turn you over, like we said before the broadcast. They're just going to try to play solid defense. So you just got to work them in the half court. You got to work for the best shot. You might get a good shot early, but if you keep screening, keep attacking, you can get a wide open shot. See if the Thunder can get one here.
And right now it has been the turnovers. Aston Francis sometimes wondering if he's going to get a touch of the ball. Samuelson with 3 hits.
Big shot from Samuelson to get to double figures, 12 points on the night, and to bring the Thunder within 3.
6 points left at the free throw line. 11 of 17 for the Titans in this game. The Thunder 9 of 11 from the stripe. Gregoire into the lane. Wild pass out off the referee, standing out of bounds. Going the other way with the Thunder now. A little bit more energy back into King Arena. The Thunder had that run where they were able to take the lead by 1. And then some sloppy basketball. Now trying to get back in it. Francis shoots a quick 3, hits! I don't think there's an amount of defense that could stop him right now. 27 points in the game. Here's Curry. Wolf for 3. No good, rebounded by Peters.
That's not a good shot from Wolf. That was quick, contested three-pointer. Just fueling a little more Wheaton momentum.
Eichelberger. Francis. Jab step. Into the lane. Pass to Gunter. Over Rose. What's the call? And 1.
Wow, let's see on the replay. It looked like he was in the restricted arc and tried to jump out of it, so he was moving. I think that was actually a good call. It was bang, bang, but a huge call because now Trevor Gunter with the opportunity to make this a 3-point Wheaton lead with 7 minutes left.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting to me. Looked like it could have gone either way. Rose very close, certainly straight up, just hands straight up, but maybe in that restricted area. Now up to Rose. Into the lane. Wild try, back up again, and 1 for him. Brady Rose getting back into it.
That's just unacceptable for the Thunder. Off a missed free throw to lose Illinois Wesleyan's leading scorer down the court, who missed a layup but got back his shot. He got an and 1. Just a lapse, a mental lapse there for the Thunder, cost him.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times. Just, you've mentioned it, just a little bit flatter in this second half from the Thunder. There's a missed free throw from Rose. Tipped out of bounds by Curry. So all knotted up at 69 with 7:02 left. Basketball, a game of runs. We'll see who makes the next one. Spencer Peterson to Francis. Step back 3. Didn't get it to go. Baker to Rose. Peters on Rose. Bonnet shoots a 3 over Francis. No good, rebounded by Samuelson.
A lot of threes from both sides.
Aston Francis working on Rose. Kick out to Peterson. Now Samuelson. Back to Francis, 13 on the shot clock. Has Peterson open down low. Driving in, steps back. Tries to pass off the rim. Ends up going to Samuelson, and Francis with a smile on his face. Little assist from the rim. Francis with the hockey assist.
A little luck. Sometimes it's better skill, as I say. Francis off the rim, straight down to Samuelson.
Well, it reminds us of how this half started, where Samuelson missed that 3 off the side of the backboard, rebounded by Eichelberger, who went straight up with it. Rose, deep 2. In and out. That one hung there for a while.
Wheaton, 2-point lead with the ball. They have not gotten a lead above a bucket in a while.
Francis outside. Put up the shot, doesn't get a foul call with Bonnet making contact. Now Rose, step back, kick out to Coleman. And resetting a timeout. This game is getting crazy fast. Coach Schauer wanting to have a word with the referee about that call. It's tough to tell from our angle over here. There was multiple things in the way, but it looked like Francis got Bonnet in the air and then drew the contact, decided just to throw it up because he thought he would have 3 shots.
Yeah, those are tough. Because you have to, as a ref, you have to determine whether Francis intentionally kind of like leans into Bonnet, or if it's really legitimately in his shooting motion where he gets contact. They decided there was no foul. Big possession here. I mean, every possession at this point is big. I don't know why I keep saying that. But the Thunder, I mean, they've played good half-court defense. They just need to finish with rebounds. Illinois Wesleyan with 17 offensive rebounds in this game. They lead the rebounding battle 45-28 overall, plus 17. And they have 20 second chance points compared to Wheaton's 4. I mean, that's the story of this game. If Illinois Wesleyan doesn't get all these points on second chances, Wheaton has a much bigger lead than they do right now.
Some of the second chances they're getting is because of blocks. Wheaton with 8. There's another one from Gunter. 9 blocks on the game for the Thunder. Now Peters resetting with Rose. Samuelson. Peters gets a screen from Peterson, and Peters calling a play out. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Gonna have to put it up. No good. Tipped out though by Samuelson, and Peters is fouled by Coleman or Bonnet, not sure. Yes. They got Coleman.
Samuelson has made a lot of just key hustle plays this game. He's below his scoring average of just 14, but he's gotten a lot of tip outs, offensive rebounds, a big defensive rebound. So Samuelson is for sure making his presence known on the court.
The high arcing free throw from Peters goes down. Big one for him. And the second one. 73-69 in favor of the Thunder. Burdine with position on Gunter. Rose trying to shake Peters. Kick out to Coleman. Stagnant offense now from the Titans. Out to Bonnet. 6 on the shot clock. Francis can't foul. Rebounded there by Samuelson. Iwu bench upset because Spencer hit the backboard, but at the same time I think it was before the ball hit, and that's just one where sometimes you see it called and sometimes you don't. Francis hasn't hit a shot for a little bit now. Into the lane, kicking out to Samuelson. Shoots a 3. No good. Rebounded by Spencer. They've got a foul on Jay Spencer, and that is his 5th.
Oh, a little bit of a touchy foul there. Let's see on the replay if he does indeed push off. I mean, a little bit. That's a big call. Spencer fouled out of this game.
The NCAA really cracking down on those pushes low in the back. I watched a tutorial video of it actually that my dad sent me. And there's a couple plays where I'm like, that happens all the time. And a lot of plays looked like that. So I think under the new rules, it's the right call, and it's just an adjustment that everybody has to make. Contrary to Peters' high arcing free throws, Baker with the more flat free throw goes in. Baker 2 for 2 this time. This game flying by, 3:15 left, 73-71. Francis has a screen. Step back. No good. Rebounded by Baker. Offense getting pretty Francis-centric for the Thunder. Coleman for 3. In and out. Rebounded by Baker. Back up. And rebounded by Gunter. Iwu bench wanting a foul on Eichelberger. Certainly didn't turn around to have defensive position, but was straight up.
Eichelberger, a lot of times when you give up an offensive rebound, you get a frustration foul. Good job of Eichelberger of not doing that, allowing Gunter to grab the rebound.
Tapped out. We're down. No, you're good. Don't worry about it. That was awesome. Thank you. Yeah, we're down. I'm going to see if he can hear us. Hello?
Yeah, we apologize. He can still hear us, I believe. We cannot hear each other, though.
There's a shot from Rose. Hits! We're without audio after that collision. We're still up, Caleb.
A big shot by Rose there. 24 points on the night. And we apologize. Our screen and some of our equipment has failed us after we got hit by the IWU player. But we will try our best to continue bringing a broadcast here. Big shot by Rose there. 2 minutes left. Wow, what a game.
Yeah, did the Milliken women's game with Hannah Japp. We didn't have sound for the first part, but now probably unplugged. So that's how I was able to fix it last time. All right, we got the audio back in our ears, so you could hear us the whole time, but we couldn't hear ourselves back, and we're back up. Also got the monitor coming back for us. Minute 45 left, 73-74 in favor of the Titans. Kick out to Samuelson. Three-pointer hits! Ricky Samuelson gives the Thunder a 2-point lead. And who else other than the man who's shooting over 70% from deep?
Samuelson, 4 of 7 tonight from 3, 17 points. Great finds. You cannot forget about him. Titans leave him wide open. Samuelson will make you pay every time.
What a game we're looking at here in King Arena. Minute 38 now left in the game. Hard to imagine this would end any other way than just being neck and neck the rest of the way, unless somebody has some crazy run in them. And for either team, it could be Brady Rose or Aston Francis at any time. Francis has been a little bit less hot than he was in, probably call it the third quarter of this game if there was one. But it was the pass from Francis here on the replay, out to Samuelson for 3 in the corner. And part of the thing is that Francis is going to feel out this year is when he gets hot, other guys are going to come to double, triple team him. And that's when Francis and other guys around the arc are going to be wide open, recognizing it here at the end of the game, understanding he doesn't have to take every shot. Francis is a very unselfish player. I mean, he's got 4 or 5 assists per game so far this season. And part of it is because of his insane passing ability, and also because he's got his head up most of the time. See what play Coach Rose drawn up here. Beasley shoots a 3, hits! Answers the 3 of Ricky Samuelson to give the Titans the lead.
Just back and forth, 3-point action here. Both teams hitting clutch shots.
Now a key possession for the Thunder. Francis into the lane, takes some contact, and he's fouled by Burdine.
Francis, good job of not hitting Burdine right in the chest. He slid to the side of him, and that is a good block call by these referees. Francis going to the line. What a game.
What a game. So Francis with the chance to put the Thunder in the lead. hit the first one. Still a chance to tie now. Bonnet back into the game. Gregoire, who became a good friend of ours with that collision about a minute or two ago, take a seat on the bench. Actually apologized to us. I don't know if that went on the air or not, but he's like, come on, man, it's fine. That's basketball. So Zach Quam back into the game to play some defense, and Francis take a seat on the bench. 77 even. Minute 3 left. Bonnet looking for an option. Good denial defense from the Thunder. Now Rose, the scorer. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Rose into the lane on Peters. He's fouled and will go to the line.
Peters is begging to the refs that he kept his hands up, and I think he has a good case. We'll see on the replay. Yeah, that's a tough little tacky foul.
A tough one to call at this point in the game when Rose isn't, not that it's not a strong move, or not that it's a weak move, but it's not a strong move. So he's kind of fading for a lefty hook and ending up rewarding him. I'm not sure I agree with that call. Got something to sort out here at the scorer's table now. And Francis is back into the game, subbing in for Quam for offense. And whatever the issue was, it's fixed now. Burdine still in the game for the Titans with 2 fouls. Looking over in the women's game in Bloomington, Illinois Wesleyan winning 88-79 with 29 seconds left. So looks like they're going to be able to pull that one out. Wheaton women will move to 1-1 on the season in CCIW play.
Now for this game, I think you just need to do the same thing. Give the ball in Francis's hands and let him find a shot or dish it off to somebody.
Francis for 3, and he's fouled this time. Bonnet can't believe it. That's his 4th personal.
Looks like he got his legs. It's hard to tell if Francis kicked out his legs to draw it or not, but a crafty play by Francis.
It was classic Reggie Miller. Just kick your leg out there and try to get that foul call. Didn't have to go too far. Francis, 2 missed free throws down the stretch, and the Thunder down by 2 currently. Makes that one, though. Earlier in the game, there were 2 technical foul calls, one on the bench and another either on Coach Rose or another player. We couldn't get that clarification. And Francis was able to make 4 free throws in a row to bring the Thunder within 1 point. And that was really the turning point for them. And now the game all tied up once again. And if you remember, it was Francis. The Thunder were down 1. He went to the line, missed the first, made the second, tie game. Then Rose was fouled, made 2. Francis fouled on this end for a 3-point shot, makes 2 of 3. Again, the game tied up with possession now with Illinois Wesleyan. Also something to note, possession arrow with the Thunder. So if a ball's on the ground, you're a Thunder player. You just hold on to it with both arms, allow them to tie you up, and you get to keep it.
Yeah, now 7-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. So the Titans cannot hold for the last shot. So if the Thunder just get to 1 stop and a rebound, that's important, they will have the ball with a chance to win the game. So you have to be smart here. Try to avoid fouls and just play solid defense. You need to communicate. You know Coach Rose is drawing up some kind of play with a lot of screens, probably trying to get his son, Brady Rose, just 26 points on the night, free. But at the same time, you can't put too much attention on him because other guys can score too.
Thunder out-rebounded in this game by 17. Will certainly be a factor in this possession. The Titans are going to take this one all the way down with a tie score, I'd imagine. Rose driving. Coleman, quick 3. No good. Rebounded by the Titans. Shot clock is off. And a timeout by Coach Rose to make sure no one takes a rash shot. So now the Titans with the chance to win this one and take it on the road in King Arena.
That was just a case where Beasley just has a little bit more length than Eichelberger. I mean, you can't get mad at Eichelberger there. He boxed him out well, and he jumped up with both hands, but Beasley able to just tip it out. Titans grabbing the ball, able to call a timeout. Wow.
There's also a little bit of a positioning thing for Beasley. Just the ball came way off. I was very surprised by Coleman's shot. Once he took it, the Thunder were to get that rebound, they would have had 20 or so seconds to set something up. I don't think that's what Coach Rose would have wanted. You probably, if you're going to take a quick shot, you would think it would be a better one than that, either a wide open three or a look closer to the rim. But Coleman letting it fire, then came off wild. Beasley with the rebound, and here we are waiting to see what happens next. Wheaton women fall 81-88 in Bloomington. Carthage takes the win 88-53 over North Park. Milliken up 84-77, minute and a half left. North Central losing 64-75 to Augie. Beasley, now Bonnet. Ball in the hands, the leading scorer of IWU. 21 points per game in this man, Brady Rose. 8 seconds, bringing it all the way down. Screen on the right from Beasley, actually left. Brady, pass to Beasley for three, hits! 1.5 seconds left. And Coach Schauer takes a timeout. Aston Francis subbing into the game, of course. And the Titan fans have taken over this arena now.
What a shot by Beasley. Contested, nothing but the bottom of the net. You can't really complain that much with the Thunder defense there. Just a clutch shot from the forward. Now with 1.5 seconds left, Wheaton can still get a good shot here. With 1 second, you can still get a dribble down. So I expect some kind of play where they try to get Francis the ball where his momentum is going towards the basket. One dribble pull-up. We've seen Francis hit some pretty crazy shots. So we'll see what Coach Schauer draws up here, or you could do some kind of misdirection to another player, because everyone in the world knows that Wheaton's going to try to get the ball to Francis here. So if you do some kind of misdirection play to someone else for an open shot, we'll see what happens here.
They tried it last season in the Augustana game. They had Jay Spencer stand at the free throw line where Kobe Eichelberger is now, and they had Francis running on the right of Eichelberger. Now Rose is going to take a timeout here to set it up. And it was the Valparaiso play. I don't know if you remember that from the NCAA tournament. Run up to, about the NBA three-point line, jump, catch it, pass it to one of your shooters, whoever's more open on each side. I mean, you saw Francis and Samuelson there on each side, so we'll see if they decide to switch that up or if that's what they go with.
I think that's precisely why Coach Rose called the timeout. I think they know that as well, and they're letting their players know. They'll probably put 2 players back on Eichelberger or a really tall player to make sure that doesn't happen. We'll see what kind of play Coach Schauer comes up with.
1.5 seconds is Coach Schauer taking a timeout. 1.5 seconds is very quick for a pass play. I know that Eichelberger, whoever it is, if they're going to run that play, is going to be above the three-point line, catch the ball, throw it out to one of the wings. 1.5 seconds, as soon as Eichelberger, whoever it is, touches that ball, then it's in the other person's hands with about 5/10. I mean, that has to be immediate shot.
I think there's enough time for a quick pass shot. There's no dribbles after that. It's
definitely
just catch and shoot. And craziness.
I mean, last year against Augie, they had it set up perfectly. It was just thrown a little bit behind by Spencer. And we'll see here, each coach taking plenty of time to make this decision, as they should. This game with plenty of CCIW implications. The Titans dropping their first CCIW game to Carthage. The Thunder taking the win against Milliken. Like we talked about before the broadcast, this could be a game where you look back and say, look, this game meant a lot. A game that could have gone either way. Big shot from Beasley. that gave him the 3-point lead right now. Luke Peters for the long throw. Can run the baseline. Got to throw it in. Gets it to Francis. Shoots it. No good. And Illinois Wesleyan comes in to King Arena and gets the win 82-79.
Yeah, what a game. What an effort from both sides. Francis ends the game with 30 points, 6 assists. Samuelson 17, Spencer 12, Peters 9, Peterson 5, Eichelberger 4, Gunter 2, and for IWU, they were led by Rose with 26. And we'll go down to the court now for our post-game interview with Coach Schauer.
All right, got a little scared.
Around down the court with Coach Schauer. And Coach, team losing a very tight game here, 82-79 against Illinois Wesleyan. Very good Illinois Wesleyan team this season. What can you say about your guys' effort?
I thought our effort was okay. I was a little disappointed with some of our execution late. We've had that struggle before. We've got to be able to get the ball to the rim and try to get to the foul line, and we settled a little bit. It's somewhat the makeup of our team because our 2 leading scorers are so perimeter-oriented. But here's the deal. If I'm really direct, and I tend to be, I've got one of the 20 best players in the country, 10 best players in the country. But until he learns to compete defensively at the same tenacity he does on the offensive end, we're gonna be just a team that wins some games. And so I'm going to challenge him publicly. I'm going to challenge him privately. If he's great, he'll accept it and respond. If he's not, we're going to struggle because to take out a player of his ability, offense, defense, late is difficult. And the only reason I'm expressing it publicly is I know how competitive Aston is, and he'll respond to it. But we can't give up 82 points in this building and win very many games.
What can you say about your team's defensive effort, plus 17 in favor of IWU on the rebounding margin? A lot of blocks, though.
Yeah, well, we just got to rebound the ball, but it's, we got to get a little better. We got to rotate some defensively. I mean, we got a lot of things to work on. But I'm disappointed because not that we're necessarily better than Illinois Wesleyan. They're great, but we didn't do things you have to do to beat a team of that caliber, and we talked about it. And unless we do it, this is going to kind of be who we are.
Coach, thanks for joining us. All right, this has been it for me, Andrew Pitkin and Caleb Springer. You've been listening to the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. Thank you for joining us. Score 79-82, the final. Wheaton dropping their first CCIW game 1-1.